Hi, the purpose of this video is to learn to derive quadratic equations giving a variety of information. That could be graphs or just data points, any type of information. Let's begin. Okay, let's begin by writing a function that represents each graph. So if I look at graph number 1, I recognize obviously it's a parabola, and I should be able to identify its vertex. So we notice that the vertex is right here at -1, -1. So if you take a minute, think about how you could write that equation with that particular inverse. Did you write an equation that looks something like this? Y equals a. We don't know what that a value is. X plus 1 squared minus 1. So our last step is to figure out what that a value is. And we can use a few different options, but one option is to just honestly pick another point on that graph where that parabola crosses, and that parabola crosses at 0, 0. And what we can do is algebraically solve for a if we substitute in 0 for x and 0 for y. So let's take a minute and do that. And what we see is if we solve for a, we see that a is a positive 1. So again, we had our vertex, we picked another point on the graph, and we could algebraically find a. What many of you did on the worksheet last class was you found your vertex and you compared it to what happens if I went to the right 1 whole unit, and how high did it go? We notice if I went to the right 1 whole unit, it went up 1. That is also how we find a. So if you put it all together, please write your final function that represents the graph. Since 1 we don't even need to write, your final equation to represent this first graph will be y equals x plus 1 squared minus 1. And that's how we use some information to write an equation for a graph. Let's try the second example together. So again, what we did in the first example is the first thing we did is identify the vertex. The vertex here is +1, +1, and then we wrote our first equation. Let's do that for example number 2. Again, if it's a +1 to the right and a +1 up, that means inside the parentheses is a -1, outside of the parentheses is a +1. Now let's select another point on our graph. This time I'm going to select this point. Again, it's any point where the parabola crosses, and it crosses at 2, 0. When x is 2, y is 0. Let's plug that into our equation for x and for y. Now let's simplify and solve for a. This time we find that the a value is -1. Again, if we think about our homework and what we talked about last time, if you go to your vertex, if you go 1 unit to the right, the whole graph goes down 1 whole unit, which makes sense why it's a -1. Also, it's concave down. So let's just write our final equation where we substitute in a. And now that we've substituted in a, we have y equals -1 x minus 1 squared plus 1. That is the equation that represents this parabola. So if you're given a graph, try to find its vertex, and then try to find the a value by either substituting in another point, or you can have, again, if you go to the right 1 unit and find out does it go up or down how many units, that is another way to find your a value. Let's look at a few other examples. Here's an example where they tell you the vertex. The vertex, again, is -3, +4. They tell you a point. They plot both of those points, but you don't actually see the parabola. So I think the first part that would be kind of nice would be, let's actually draw the parabola. If this is your vertex, this point right here, that means your parabola has to be opening down in order to reach that point. Again, if this is your vertex, you should recognize that your vertex has a line of symmetry through it, and that means the parabola would also open down and go through the point -2, +1. So your parabola would look something like this. we can use the same idea that we did in the first two examples to write our equation. So if we're going to do that, again, we consider where the vertex is. Let's start there. Let's substitute that into vertex form. Again, because our vertex was -3, +4, we can write our vertex equation this way. Now that they give us a point, instead of us having to identify it in the parabola, they actually tell us, we can substitute in -4 for x and +1 for f of x or y. Let's take a second to do that. Now that we substituted in -4 for x and 1 for f of x or y, now we just need to solve for a. So take a minute and solve for a. If you solve for a, you recognize that a is -3. Again, if you look at your graph, if we went 1 to the right, it would go 3 down. Also, if you went 1 to the left, it would go 3 down. So that makes sense why it's a negative, because it's going concave down, and 3 because that's sort of the steepness. Take a minute and just finish the whole equation. And there you have it. There's our final equation for our parabola. So you should be able to use these skills to write an equation for any parabola. Sometimes you can't look at the graph. Sometimes you might have to create the graph. But in any case, if you know the vertex, you should be able to plug in the point and then solve for the a value. Let's just look at one other example. In our last example, again, there's no graph provided. It tells you have 2 x-intercepts and 1 point. Now this is why you need to know the 3 forms of a quadratic, because vertex form does not tell you x-intercepts. Think about which form would tell you x-intercepts. Factored form tells you x-intercepts. So when you start off with this problem, we have to write at first in factored form rather than vertex form. Let's try that. So if you know your x-intercepts, you would know it would be x minus a -7, which turns into x plus 7, and x minus 5. We still have to find that a value, and that's again where that other point comes into play. This is your x value of your point, so -4 is going to be inserted or substituted in for x in every case, and -9 is your y value or your f of x value. So we're going to do some substitution next. So in the case of both x's, we substituted in -4. In the case of f of x, we substituted in 9. Now we need to simplify and find out what our a value is. Let's do that. As we solved and simplified, we came up with a is a +1/3. And so now what we can do is substitute that back into our original equation. So we'd have f of x equals 1/3 x plus 7 x minus 5. And there you have it. There are some ways, given a variety of different information, that you can use to solve or to write quadratic functions for given just different information. Thank you.